And lastly, we are going to get into this
Interesting.
San Diego Freudian slip, not
Yeah.
San Diego Chargers, LA Chargers super fan who was all over the cameras last night during the Monday Night Football game. We thought this was kind of well, I definitely thought that it was weird.
Yeah.
But then
Same.
again, like I said, I honestly don't know what's real and what's fake in this world anymore. So I don't know what is just organically done and what's being done for performance sake or production. I honestly can no longer tell the difference.
Yeah, you're right.
But nevertheless, thought that this was funny because it stuck out to both of us. Like during the game, during the Monday Night Football game, October 16th, the Chargers against the Cowboys, the camera kept cutting to this woman who's a fan of the Chargers, clearly. And people were wondering, why the hell does the camera keep looking at this chick? Or is she special? Is she significant in some kind of way? And so the questions then arise: is she some kind of plant? Like, what's the deal with this? So she 2023 somehow got featured on the Pat McAfee show. I don't get how this stuff works, but she ended up on the Pat McAfee show the very next day. And this was an excerpt from her participation on the Pat McAfee show.
Marion, there's some skeptical people out there, a couple in the studio. I won't name names.
Darius Butler, Anthony DeGilio.
Hi, Marion. Marion, were you offended by it when people like this said, hey, she's a plant, she's working for the NFL, she's a robot, she's an alien, this can't be real, no one's that passionate?
You know what? I wish I was getting paid. I wish I could make myself AI and as beautiful as I want, but at the end of the day, this is me, guys. This is me. Crazy Mama 4, crazy Chargers fan, crazy freaking football fan, and it is what it is. I'm not.
What do you like at your kids' games? Do your kids play sports? What do you cheer like that?
Oh gosh, if you ever get in touch, all the moms are texting me. They're like, "Why are people saying you're fake? Because this is how you're at flag football. This is how you are when you're at soccer. This is the basketball finals. This is you." And I guess my poor kids have to deal with this every day. But now it's crazy. It's overwhelming that the whole world thinks this is so different because this is my kids have had to deal with this all their lives.
Marianne, this is awesome. It's so awesome that people think it's a fake. That's what the world is that we're in. We appreciate you joining us and explaining all this stuff.
Damn right, McAfee.
Yeah, I still think it's fake.
You're damn right. The world thinks it's fake, McAfee. But yeah, I thought that it was weird. What about you?
Yeah, I when I'm sitting there watching the game, you know what I'm saying? That ugly ass game where all the unders were hitting. Said about that. But yeah, as I'm sitting there watching that game, I saw her because first of all, if you've ever been to a live game before, the cameraman, he does a magnificent job. I don't know who's up there working, but they find the most wackiest fans all the time and put them up on the jumbotron. So same thing goes with actual TV. Like you'll find the fans that are really like shocked when a shocking play happens, all that good stuff. So I thought this was part of that. What got me was they kept going back to her.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, why are you showing her again? You know, when I first saw her, I was like, damn, who acts like that? When she was, and I'm like, okay. I'm into it too. I got money on this. I don't know what you got going on. But she's so I'm like, all right. But then when they showed her again, and when they scored a touchdown, I was like, okay, is this Taylor Swift? Because she getting as much airtime as Taylor Swift is in the crowd. So the way I looked at it was much like most things with these corporations, they are opportunists. So whether this was the league setting this up, just flat out from A to Z, maybe not. Or this was a thing where they're like, hey, she fits. She's going crazy, or she don't normally goes crazy, and her demographic, she's a woman, she's of Asian descent.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to grab international and women to say that, hey, women are into sports too. They're making a lot of demographic jumps. Now, I told you last time with the Travis Kelce and the other thing, you know what I'm saying, that they was doing that Toy Story thing. So they're really pushing the envelope on going viral, A, and B, just getting out there and cross promoting because the guys are going to be there. they want more money and they want more dollars and they want women to become football fans too, or just as much so, And so what better way to show a small Asian woman, you know what I'm saying, who shouldn't know a lick about football, going absolutely hammer, more crazy than the people right next to her about football because she's so passionate. So to me, it fits so many scripts. So whether it was the NFL seeing this as an opportunity to say, hey, free promo, or this was a situation where it was a straight up plant, either way, I feel like this is NFL shenanigans trying to, find its way into different demographics. So me personally, I think it's BS. I think she is some type of Chargers influencer at this point. Hey, bro, just like that last girl, like, hey, man, she might be some weird goddamn Applebee's influencer, and that might have been some
Right.
cockamamie stuff, just like how you said, and just like how Pat said, bro, nobody knows what's real right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to trust these large entities that got enough money to slang the people to do any damn thing. So, yeah, this was a little wacky, man. It didn't sit right with me. So when the world and the streets, you know what I'm saying, was putting on their foil hats, I was like, oh, okay. So I wasn't the only person that found that a little suspicious. So how about you, man? How do you feel about the Charger fan going hammer sauce after a touchdown?
Well, if she wasn't a Chargers influencer before, she's certainly one now.
Yeah.
So it's like she's fulfilled that prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whether she was before, she is one now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you end up on the Pat McAfee show the next day? Like, how do they get this stuff together so fast? Like, they must have DM'd her or something. Like, maybe the producers of the show found her social media and DM'd her. It's just the way that this stuff gets put together so quickly is what kind of amazes me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting that you brought that angle up about appealing to a wide audience. I honestly didn't think of it that way, but it is worth considering, because I was thinking to myself as you were talking, if this was like white guy, would the camera have kept coming back to him over and over again if he was acting just as crazy as her? And I'm inclined to think that they wouldn't have. But Asian female, you're checking off two boxes simultaneously, women and minorities.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel like, was she put there intentionally to stir this up? Perhaps not. But did the NFL seize upon this as an opportunity to position itself in an advantageous way? I don't put that past them. I don't put that past them at all. I don't think that that's beyond the pale whatsoever. And for the record, for all I know, maybe she does know a lot about football. I don't know the chick.
Oh yeah.
I've met women throughout my lifetime who really are into it for real. They aren't just these fair weather fly by night people whose attention to sports is only contingent upon the guy they're dating, right? So we know there's a lot of women who are like that. If they're with a guy who likes sports, they'll pay attention. But if they're not with a guy who pays attention to sports, they could give two shits. So maybe she's not like that. Maybe she's a legitimate fan. I don't know her, and maybe she knows a lot about it. So all that can be fair. I'm not going to take that away from her. But it did strike me as odd that the camera kept going back to her. And I've watched NFL games my whole life. I've been watching this stuff since I was a baby, and that is not typical.
No.
And you're not gonna tell me that there are not screaming, raving lunatic fans at every NFL game, because there are. So what made her so unique that they felt the need to spotlight her in that way at the game? And that's why people are going to ask the question about her being a plant and whatnot. I'm not going to get too far into the weeds with whether she's a plant or not, but I will reasonably conclude at the very least that because of the demographics that she encompasses, that it became advantageous for the NFL to milk that for as much as they could during the game. I'll say that much. And I really don't think that is me being a conspiracy theorist. I think that that's a reasonable take. I don't think that if that was white heterosexual man, that the camera would have been going back and forth to this guy all night long. I don't. I think it was going back and forth to her because she's Asian female. And to each their own. The NFL, like you said, is opportunistic. They're for profit. They are a billion-dollar corporation for a reason. Y'all think they care about all of this social justice shit. They don't. They will just capitalize upon it in order to make money. And y'all will fall for it because you can't think for yourself. But that's an aside, I guess. It's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
It was another thing that I was also going to say as well about this, but dang, I kind of forgot what it was. Maybe it'll come back to me. But yeah, that's pretty much how I looked at that one. Was she placed there, intentionally? No, I'm not gonna go that far. But yeah, did they look at that as an opportunity to milk it for? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. There's this stat that goes around, and I don't even know if it's true or not, but I've heard it uttered enough from credible sources that 50% of NFL fans are women. I don't buy that. I don't know where they get, but I've heard it. I've heard that often enough in mainstream media from credible on shows and whatnot. Enough people are saying this, and I'm calling that into question. I find
Yeah,
that very hard to believe
that
that
sounds
half of NFL fans are women. I do not buy that. I
no.
do not buy that. I don't think that that is true. Okay, because if you want to extrapolate that to like smaller sample sizes, if I'm going to believe that half of NFL fans are women, then I'm going to believe that if I've met 30 women in my life, 15 of them have been fans of the NFL.
Yeah,
And that is
yeah.
not true. You know, I've been with I don't know how many women I've been with. I got to sit there and count them out. Okay, but not a third of them were fans of the NFL. So I don't know where this stat comes from, but it's something that gets percolated into the ethos enough that people are believing that it's true. And so the NFL is aware of this. And so if they can use this as an opportunity to sort of reinforce this idea that so many women love the NFL too, that can add to the NFL trying to milk this for as much as they can. So is it a plant? I don't know if I'll go that far, but was the way that they did that intentional? Absolutely.
Yeah, the only women, yeah, I've had women that like football, that was around me, but I think, yeah, like you said, they was just watching it because I was watching it, and then they making comments about how they fit in their pants. And all that. I'm like, hey man, go on another room, man. Like you just ruined it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me put no women's volleyball on here. We're gonna have a
Right.
ball. You know what I'm saying? Hey yo, put some tennis on. You know what I'm saying? Some track and field. What's up? Oh yeah. How you love that? But yeah, she making comments about how they look in their uniforms. Hey, it's like, hey, whatever. She don't care about this sport. And if it is 50%, I would hear a lot more talk.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
And when I go to games, there are a lot of women and children there. It's more of a family thing. But I'm not saying that those women aren't into those games, but it's attached to the man. If it was 50%, we would see gangs of girls.
Yes.
Going to the game. So
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that.
Yeah.
I call cap on that. That might be some type of fake numbers that they're trying to get out there to try to, inception us, but I'm not buying that, bro. Sports are for the dudes. And I think that's why, well, not sports, but NFL. And I think that's why they're trying to incorporate the Swifties. And that's what I think this is about. I think they saw an opportunity here. And like you said, they immediately get on Pat McAfee. Like, how accessible this woman is. And there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
And I think this is another marketing ploy. The NFL has been on fire, bro, with marketing this year. So don't put nothing past them for some other bogus stuff to be happening later on. So keep an eye out, man. The NFL has been real interesting this year. Very aggressive.
Yeah. They are definitely upping the ante. The NFL is a monster.
It is.
The NFL is a beast. Whenever I think that it can't get more popular, it just gets more popular. Somehow they figure out ways to get more popular. I feel like every new offseason, the anticipation for the next season is bigger than the anticipation for the previous year. And it's like, damn, how do we get here where every year it's like it's a bigger and bigger event than it was the year before? So they figured out the right formula for how to sell their stuff, for how to sell their product. And yeah, I just kind of think that they were capitalizing on this, but I do not buy that. And I've heard that a lot. There's no way 50% of NFL fans are women. I don't buy that. There's no way that's true.
Agreed.
But be that as it may, good luck to this Charger woman. Yeah, Charger influencer indeed, for sure.
Yeah, growing up a Chargers fan, that must be rough. So.
Yeah,
And that's coming from a Dolphin fan. So hey, I'm just saying.
Right, yeah. So take that for what you will. Yeah. All right, great stream, man. We are going to go ahead and conclude for the night. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. My name is JV Wins, and that is the boy Dogon SS. Appreciate you for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. Let us know what you think about the commentary in this or any other video. We certainly appreciate it. We do this to generate the dialogue. It's all for the love. So just let us know what you think, man. We certainly appreciate it. We do engage with comments so long as they are not of the troll variety. If you happen to be looking at this video on the Meta page, Facebook, whatever you like to call it, go ahead and leave a comment there. Follow the page, like the page as well. We certainly appreciate that. Follow Conscious Approach on Instagram at Con Approach. CONAPPROACH. You can also follow me on Instagram at JV Wins. Be on the lookout for Conscious Approach, the RSS feed, so that you can listen to every episode wherever you get your podcasts. And trust me, we will not monetize that thing. So, it just provides you with another opportunity for you to be able to listen to all of our episodes. We certainly appreciate it if you are a fan of the channel. Until next time, go Dolphins, go Seminoles. We got a big game this week coming up against Duke, 7:30. Go Canes, even though they wet the bed this week.
Whatever, bro.
And until next time, we will catch you on the flip side.
Yo, skr. Hey, man, the name's Dogon SS, man. Hey, more rings than Robert Ory, bro. And make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. We appreciate all the new subscribers, man. Y'all been making it happen out here. We greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all know how important it is to us when y'all hit that like button. So keep it up, everybody. And as I say on every part, everybody, don't be too high, don't be too low. Keep it calm, keep it chill, keep it a player. And don't let anybody get you off your pivot. So until the next time, everybody, we'll catch y'all on the flip side. Skr.
That's right. That's right. We'll catch y'all later, man. So until then, we are out. Peace.
Go Canes, man. I don't care about these haters out here, man.
Wet the bed.
We ballin', man.